Hi, thanks for joining me today. Today I thought that I would try something a little bit different and create a background for my layout using paper doilies. So I got started and I used just a piece of white cardstock and I cut it just a little bit smaller, about 1/4 of an inch on each side, smaller than an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. And then I cut an 8.5 inch sheet of paper. On the white cardstock, I used these doilies from Doodlebug, and I just placed them on the page, and if they hung off the page, then I cut them down, and I even used, I think this portion of the doily I used over here. So I didn't use that many doilies to create this background. So we're just going to adhere this to our background. And then I wanted to create a strip of pattern papers that go down this way. Both of these, actually all my pattern papers today come from Chic Tags. On this pink one here, I wanted to add a little bit of interest by adding some twine. And we're just going to wrap that around a few times at the top. And we'll tie it in a bow. Straighten that out just a little bit. Okay, and then we'll cut off the excess. We'll adhere this. I want it to go clear to the top of the page. Right there. And this will also help to keep the doilies on the background in place. We'll adhere this pink strip. Right there. And then I wanted to add this clear or this transparent heart. So I'm actually going to see if I can scoot that up just a little bit. And to add this heart, I'm just going to use my stapler, my tiny attacher, and just staple that down a couple of times. Okay, then I'm going to add my photo, and I'm going to add it right there on top of my pattern papers and my doily background. Attach that just right there so that you can see a little bit of that pattern paper, but I'm not going to press that down all the way because I do have a couple of little things that I want to excuse me, that I want to tuck underneath that photo. Okay, I've got that one. Then I wanted to add this cute little die cut that says "Cutest face ever." I just wanted to add that little stripe there for a little bit of interest. I'm going to let that hang off the page just a little bit. Oops, I need to add a little bit of adhesive there. Okay, and then I want to tuck this little butterfly under there. And since I'm going to tuck it underneath the photo, I'm going to add just a little bit of adhesive to the very bottom so it will be hidden under the photo. You won't see much of that adhesive. Okay, and then I wanted to kind of balance things out by putting a little bit of an embellishment cluster down here with a couple of these. Actually, we'll do the clouds up here. Let's do a couple of hearts down here. And this little piece of flare. So let's do that right there. And we'll adhere these little hearts with some glossy accents. Okay, and then we'll attach these clouds right up here. And I think I'll use my tiny attacher again to attach these clouds. Just one little staple on each cloud. And I'm going to see if I can move this just maybe right over here, because I'm going to add my journaling right here. Okay, now that I've got my journaling done, I'm going to just take my adhesive and stick the edges of these doilies down a little bit more. So you don't want those to tear off. They're really delicate and they could tear. Okay, so there you have it, a layout created with using doilies, white doilies on white cardstock at the base. Thank you for joining me today.